Yeah.
All right, I'll give
Breath
you.
of the Wild.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of.
No. I want to do the intro. I thought about this long and hard.
Oh, you're gonna do the intro?
I've decided what the hell. All right, it's gonna be.
Okay.
Hello, kitten. Welcome back. Welcome back to a new episode of the show that is not recorded 6 or 7 months ago. I am actually editing shit now.
Yeah, you're doing a good job. I saw some great improvements between episode 1, episode 2.
Well, we're not. You haven't seen episode 3 yet, which is where everything goes to shit.
Oh no.
Episode 3 is awful.
Well,
it's full of dead air.
Wake up, Link.
It's just not good.
Well, hey, we're learning here. We're learning.
The energy was so low.
We're learning how to build our energy and be better as hosts.
I also think that it is time for me to admit that, you know what? This is just a Let's Play. It's not a podcast disguised a Let's Play. It is
dear
straight
Lord.
up. This is straight up a Let's Play. What are you doing with the mic?
It was falling.
It's falling.
Yeah, it was.
Tighten that. Unhook that.
I don't want to unhook it.
Pinch the cat. Pinch the cat.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay. I know you've done like.
Come on, tell Jared to. Tell him to. Can he hear us?
Can you hear us? Can you hear us, Jared?
Tell him to. I don't know, to not drop the mic anymore.
he's the monkey boy who makes the stuff work.
Well, I mean, he's really far out. Yeah, he's really far out. We're recording in Griffin's house, by the way, so I don't know the layout. I don't know how to get to where Jared is, but he's any objections about like the microphone, direct them to him. But yeah, so the show is not called Experience Share, unlike what I said last time
In like
on the
episode 1.
podcast. This is actually the podcast ends when I die on the Pixel Cherries channel.
Well, I mean,
all that branding was decided after I started editing it, not before we started recording. So
well, we used to do the Experience Share podcast, which is on the Experience Share channel. Which, if you want to watch it, it is there. But they're just like, they're 5 episodes, I think, of just a Pokemon.
I think it's 7. One of them has Tucker in it.
Oh, was he yet? Did we get him one day?
It was called Our First Guest, and the thumbnail had Tucker holding a gun in it.
Oh.
Alright, so we're playing your favorite game of all time, right?
One of them.
The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild.
One of them.
And if you die, the podcast, the show is over.
Yeah, I'm doing basically my first no death run of Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. It's not on master mode though, so can you really say you're trying?
I'm trying.
If you really want to try, you need to turn on the Pro HUD.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Fuck you, I will. I will. But anyway,
I hate Nintendo games these days. Look at all this hand holding.
Yeah, look at all
this whole all this
dialogue.
Bullshit. Like, oh, you gotta press the A button there. All right, I get it. I get it. Don't worry, I know how to catch a Pokemon.
This isn't Pokemon, but hey.
Hey, it's Nintendo. They're doing their hand holding bullshit. Okay.
Yeah, the main reason.
This is just what they do.
The main reason I wanted to play Breath of the Wild today was because I've been playing it a lot. Because believe it or not, I'm a fraud.
He didn't play. He hasn't beaten the game. He still hasn't beaten the game.
The game's been out for 4 years now, and I still haven't beaten it. I'm still on my first playthrough, but I have over 100 hours in the game.
I've played through it a few times. Yeah, actually, that's how gamer I am. That's why I got my vaccine before you.
Brendan is very gamer. That's why I think this podcast is gonna end very shortly. It's not gonna be that long.
Yeah, Griffin's gonna get the virus and he's gonna die.
Okay,
I got vaccinated.
Are we gonna get the rare bird intro?
Rare bird?
I saw like a post on Reddit or whatever, and it was like this title screen, but like there's like a falcon that like flies by.
Oh, an island hawk or something?
Yeah, it like flies by and like the camera like still follows and tracks it. It was really cool.
I don't know if it'd be an island hawk. I don't know if those show up in Central Hyrule.
I don't know.
There might be another kind of hawk that I just don't know about. It'd be funny if it was a duck.
Duck.
Yeah, you know, they got ducks in Breath of the Wild.
I've never. Where do you find them?
Water.
I guess so.
Find them in Duckburg. You have to beat the game in order to get to Duckburg first, though.
All right, guys, we got the tree branch. It's time to go.
All right.
Podcast
almost ended. By the way, everybody, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, follow us on Twitter, send us an email, send us your toe clippings in the mail. We have a PO box now. Do whatever. We won't have a chance to, say all this later, because I have a feeling we're going to die very suddenly.
I'm getting messages from my fiance, and she's asking, "Can you edit a podcast?" And we're recording a podcast now. What were you just talking about? You were going off.
I was saying to like, comment, subscribe, send us toenail clippings in the PO box. Like, do whatever you can to support the show.
Please don't.
No, you need to steal his baked apple first.
Yeah, I'll get his baked apple.
You just stole his woodcutter's axe.
Dude, I want the axe. Give me the apple.
There you go. Now he's gonna be upset.
I beg your pardon.
I do beg your pardon.
Wait, this isn't. Ignore him. Ignore this.
Ignore me? No. He's a really good character in Age of Calamity.
Oh, the king?
No. He's old man.
Oh, old man.
He has the ability to shapeshift into the king though, for some reason.
That's very weird.
How far are you in Age of Calamity? That might have been a big spoiler.
I don't really. I'm not that far.
Okay.
I played like the first. What do you call them? Levels.
Yeah.
I guess there are levels in that game.
Oh, I mean, a lot of the characters that get added that you get to play as aren't exactly like canon to the story, so it's not really a spoiler.
True.
I won't spoil what happens to the king. Do you know?
Well, I imagine.
Have you gotten there?
I imagine he dies.
I won't tell. I'll never tell.
Where are you? I'm going to the Temple of Time now, I think.
You need to take his torch and tell him you're gonna set fire to everything. No, I won't make you go back again.
Okay.
Oh, careful! You'll die. Die.
From here?
Oh my gosh.
Into the water?
Yeah. It's a bottomless pit, actually. No!
Koraxi!
That's the end of the episode. I'm kidding. That was all a joke, everybody. That was all a joke. I never intended to end the podcast there.
But I guess the main reason I wanted to play Breath of the Wild so bad on the podcast is because I've been, again, playing it and trying to finish it for the first time. I'm like one last Divine Beast away. I've gotten 100.
What's your last one?
The lizard in Death
the volcano.
Mountain. Yeah. But I've just been doing a bunch of shrine collecting and playing the game, and I'm just like, man, this game is so fun. I just want to kind of start over. And here we are.
Also, I think we should make it a rule that, like, if you drown, I know technically, like, you just respawn at the water's edge and lose a heart, but, like, I think that counts as a goodbye.
A goodbye? Yeah. If I fall in the lava and die? Okay. We'll count that.
Point marked on the map.
Zelda's
Actually,
talking.
Maybe you do die in this game if that happens. I remember...
No, you don't. No, you just respawn at the...
Well, you get like a game over screen that has like blue text.
That's only if you lose all your hearts and drown.
Oh, like if that was your last heart?
Yeah, if that was your last heart and you drown, then yeah, you get the game over screen. But that's all.
I don't think we should test it out here though.
I thought I saw a lizard. Oh,
they're both goblins. They're more pig-like than lizard-like. You're thinking of Lizalfos. Also, if he's doing his big overhead bash, you should dodge to left or right instead of backwards, because he'll still hit you.
To give him a flurry rush. Run away.
Well, more to just avoid getting hit. I think these are pants.
I already have pants.
No, these are better pants. They're 3 armor instead of 1.
Oh, that's right. Oh my god, such an empty map. Oh, I forgot to have this.
Dude, the combat in this game isn't the best.
Did you see that slowdown? I don't know if that was from the capture card or from me.
You won't Z-target your enemies, and that pains me.
What do you want me to do?
Z target your enemies. Hold the Z trigger when you're facing an enemy.
Oh my god, I forgot this is like the first time playing, so like everything you pick up is gonna be like, look at this new thing you got.
Yeah, and you better pick them all up.
It's like a...
Pick up the Choo Choo Jelly, pick up the Boko Bat.
Boko Club. But yeah, and then the other reason is, of course, there is imminent news of Breath of the Wild 2 being announced.
And you want to examine the game critically. You want to make a big review, and you want to say, this game, it's not the best, actually. You know, it's not that good.
If I ever make if I ever make a Breath of the Wild review, it'll probably be after a little while, because I've got other projects in the works.
I guess it's time to air out all our dirty laundry about Breath of the Wild while the podcast is new here.
Yeah.
My big dirty laundry is that I played, like, this is the stinkiest pair of socks in the dirty laundry of Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
And it's that, like, if you play this game right after Age of Calamity, like, the combat's so bad.
The combat is bad after you're playing Age of Calamity?
Well, like, specifically, like, in Age of Calamity, you know, healing yourself mid-battle is, like, it's easy. You press, like, one of the triggers, which, like, slows down time, and then you press B, and Link eats enough, or whoever you're playing as, eats enough apples to heal themselves. And then, like, in this game, you're in the middle of a battle, and you're, like, low on health, and you want to heal.
You just hit pause.
You pause the game. And then you go through the menus, and you press A on an item a bunch of times, and then you unpause, and you're back in the action.
Yeah, I was talking to Jared about that the other day while I was playing. He was just watching.
Sneak up behind him.
Yeah, well.
Crouch.
Okay.
Pull out your weapon before you get there.
Yeah. But we were talking about that specifically, and, like, that's one of the main things. I feel like one thing we also mentioned that I felt like would be really cool for the sequel. Here's the thing. I made the joke yesterday with Jared, like, saying, like, Breath of the Wild 2 is one of my favorite games, but it's also
Breath of the Wild 2 is one of your favorite games? Yeah, it hasn't even come out yet.
Or Breath of the Wild. Excuse me. Did you see that? Damn,
you're fucking evil.
I like...
you just reduced your durability for nothing.
I did. That was a fool of me.
That's another thing that I have a problem with Breath of the Wild is, like, I'm so, like, scared of losing resources that I never use them.
Join the club.
You know? And so, like, you doing that little thing there, I was like, no! But, like, when are you going to use your woodcutter's axe, right?
Right.
Like, it's gonna break, and who cares?
Well, I think, like, one of the... this is the famous scene where Link meets Zelda in Ocarina of Time.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, look at it. It's got the window. It's got, like, the stair platform.
I've played Ocarina of Time once, and I stopped at the ice dungeon.
I'm pretty sure that's what this is supposed to be. I know Zelda's, like, that location is in the castle, but it looks exactly like the location that scene takes place in. But this is the Temple of Time.
Yeah, well, there's no hedge maze over here, buddy.
There isn't, actually. You're right. Well, I mean, kind of. Look at that.
That's... Oh, wow.
Some edge maze.
Link could really avoid detection by the guards in that.
But, Breath of the Wild, one of my favorite games...
What the fuck?
What? I love this game to death, but I also have the most criticism I could have about a video game with it. But
I don't think that's true.
Well, not the most criticism I have of the game. I think that goes to, like, Pokemon as a whole series.
Oh, I mean, I don't care about Legend of Zelda enough to have a lot of grievances with the game.
I mean, I don't have that many problems. I'm just like, there is so much room for improvement with this game.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all, like, the game is wonderful. I love this game. But you know, it's no masterpiece.
It's not for everybody.
I think the one thing you just mentioned, like, weapon durability, and I think something that can kind of, like...
I like the mechanic overall, though.
Yeah. I think one thing that can kind of help downplay that, which would give more variety to enemies, because here's a thing I think has Breath of the Wild's biggest, if we're airing out the dirty laundry, enemy variety kind of stinks.
Yeah, you have red guys, you have blue guys, you have black guys, you got gold guys, you got silver guys.
Yeah. Not really much... they're all the same enemy type.
And you have Octoroks.
That's what I've been looking for this guy the entire time. That's what I've been running around for.
You just go to the tower already. Come on.
Okay.
All right, we need to wrap this podcast up. All right, we gotta get to the next episode. We gotta get to top 10 Sonic characters and if they were animals. We gotta get going.
In the works. They are.
That's a video I want. I talked it over with Tucker over the phone. I was like, hey, this is a video idea I'm working on where I just talk about my 10 favorite Sonic characters and nonchalantly say, this is what they would look like if they were an animal. And just like, as though like that's profound, but it's really just showing a picture of a hedgehog.
He's like backing up. Do you see
this could be the end of the podcast. You have like, your best armor is your pants and it's 3.
Alright, we're fine.
You're gonna die to the first blue guy if you don't beeline to Zelda. Or that, the tower ruin.
I'm not gonna die. Oh, look at this guy.
Damn. Alright. If you're trying to go fast, you gotta
Yeah, you gotta
whistle. Well, you gotta whistle while you run.
Is it?
Yeah, this is like the most consistent run speed. So like, you just dash. When you're low, you just start you start whistling. I mean, you're not supposed to ever let it get. Okay.
That was not a good. Give me that back.
This is how speedrunners do it. They have Link constantly like with his like fingers in his mouth, just like. It's okay. They're just archers.
But I think another way to kind of give the enemies more variety or more challenge would be to give them better weapons to use. I think like I was fighting a Bokoblin one day. And I froze him, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, is he carrying I thought he was carrying a frost spear. I just froze him by it. I froze him with like a frost rod or whatever.
Yeah. Freeze rod or blizz rod?
Blizz rod.
I actually don't think freeze rod is an.
It's an ice rod. I think
blizz rod.
Yeah. Well, blizzard rod is the big one, and then ice rod is just the little one.
Okay.
But I froze him with the blizzard rod, and then he had like a spear. I was like, does he have a frost spear? and it was like, oh no, he just has a regular spear. But wouldn't it be cool if he had a frost spear?
Mm-hmm.
And he just like can freeze you, or like a Bokoblin or a Moblin had like a flame sword or a great flame sword, and then when you beat them, you get their great.
Look
flame
at that
sword.
Enemy variety. That was crazy.
That was insane.
How did they do all that?
I imagine
How do you think Miyamoto designed every single one of those enemies?
This wasn't Miyamoto's game.
Yeah, this was Aonuma.
It was Aonuma. I'm hoping that like the 4-year dev cycle, supposedly, that Breath of the Wild 2 is currently getting is going to like just adding and improving. I'm sure they're like trying to expand the world, because like that's like one of my biggest thoughts is like, well, how are you gonna make it? Because like I was talking to Jared again yesterday. I was like, how are you gonna make Guardians scary again? Guardians are like, when you've played the game and you get far enough into the game, Guardians are the least scariest thing.
I am not scared of anything in Breath of the Wild.
He's not scared, guys.
Like I could like I mean I've played so much. Like, showing me a Guardian doesn't scare me. I'm like, I can just shoot him in the eye a bunch and he'll like wonder where I am, and I'll cut off all his legs, and then he'll just be looking around.
Right.
Like in the late game, you just can bully all the mini bosses.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like in the first couple hours of Breath of the Wild, you're like, oh my god, a Guardian is like terrifying because it chases you. Like your first time, you're terrified because you don't know what this thing could do. It shoots laser beams, it chases you, it's really fast, and it locks on. But after, like, probably 10, 20 hours into the game, you kind of pick up the pattern on how to beat your first Guardian, and you're like, oh, that's how you do it. And then after you beat, like, 5 Guardians, you're like, this is nothing.
After you beat your third one, you're able to get a chainsaw that just, like, cuts through them.
Yeah, or get arrows that just delete it in one hit.
I never use those because then you don't get resources.
That's true. Yeah, I think like your best.
And it also doesn't count towards your experience points.
Really?
Yeah. By the way, there are experience points in this game.
Are there?
Yeah, and so like what you can do is like, you know, you'll notice as you play through the game that like, you know, eventually all the red Bokoblins become blue, and then there's a black one.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the way it does that is that, like, each Divine Beast you beat gives you, like, 100 experience, but, like, each mini-boss you defeat gets you, like, 30 to 50. And so, like, what some people can do is they just like exploit the system by just like hunting after mini bosses, like killing them all, and then you just like get access to like really good weapons and like treasure chests and everything.
Huh. Yeah. There's a... I do know... I've noticed that.
Hidden from the player.
Hidden from the player. Also, just like the weapon durability meter that should just be there. I kind of wish that existed.
Well, I saw like... I've seen like multiple discussions on it recently about like, you know, how could they have done this better? Because it is the divisive topic of the game.
Honestly, the biggest one, maybe aside from like what the story. I don't know. Everyone kind of agrees.
Everyone's just like like if you think it's bad, it's like not in your face.
Yeah,
it's like true. You have to go out of your way to get the story.
That's true.
But like weapon durability, like I've heard one of my favorite suggestions was that like you know how every time you break a weapon, it explodes into light blue particles. They were like, what if those light blue particles you could use to upgrade like your regular unbreakable sword or your unbreakable bow and your unbreakable shield, you know, so that like as you like it would incentivize you to want to break your weapons.
You know what I just realized? I'm recording directly to my computer, which might mean we have to pause the recording in a second and then restart the recording on.
No, that's easy. I'll just do a funny cut.
Do a funny edit. Make it funny, Brendan. Make it very.
Wait. I got it. It's got the moment's got to be right. Okay, you can't just force this kind of thing.
That's true. There is also the another option. You know, I could just end it now.
End it all.
End the entire podcast right now and just take.
I don't know if you want to do that.
Take a little dive. Yeah, I want to enjoy my time. We want to. I want to hold the record for the longest podcast episode.
Oh, do you?
I would like to try.
Okay. Fair.